What I do, being crew, it's your boy Savon Thomas, back with another episode of Coffee and Comments. Today we're going to review the movie The Last Black Man in San Francisco. Was it good? Was it bad? Let's talk about it, but first, let's take a sip. Welcome back, Being Crew. Again, this is a review of The Last Black Man in San Francisco. I saw this movie on Netflix, gave it a watch. I mean, the movie title kind of enticed me. I really didn't know what it was about before I clicked it, but it did star Jonathan Majors, and I saw a few different black actors in the movie. So I was like, you know what? Let me give this a shot. Black movie, I'm all for it. You guys know me. And so overall, though, I would say before I start my review, I don't think I was the intended audience for this film. Now, every film, there's always a target audience. I mean, everybody can watch a movie for sure, but it was more of a dramatic, and I'm not a big drama person per se. I enjoy action, things that keep me in tune, like funny movie, comedy movies. I enjoy thrillers, things like that. This movie was like a play in a movie, if that makes sense. A lot of beautiful scenes. There's a message behind the movie as well. But for me, that message just didn't click. So for those that haven't seen any type of clips or any trailers for this movie, the story it depicts this character, Jimmie Fails, which is interesting enough. The main character of this movie actually is Jimmie Fails himself. He wrote the script. He starred in the movie himself. And it talks about his family, right? And they're born and raised in San Francisco. There's this house that he's taken care of, because his story through lineage, through time, has been his grandfather built that house, right? Come to find out, his grandfather didn't build the house at all, but that's just kind of what Jimmie kind of held his hat on. This is my thing. Everything else in his life is kind of just trash. He lives with his best friend, lives in the same room on the floor with his best friend, and really has nothing going for himself in life besides just skating and this house that he takes care of that he never really owned or could touch. And so for him, his entire life is just wrapped up in this house, and there's nothing more for him to kind of stand on. And after he finds out that it's not his grandpa's house, he kind of loses his identity. So that plot sounds like it could morph into a lot, but it really is a very simple movie about two best friends in their house, right? And then you see some different elements. So I guess, I don't know if they're trying to depict the plight of Black America, or just trying to tell a story about gentrification, or Black people not having anything. I don't know where they were trying to go with this movie, but the message for me never clicked. I was what's the point of this movie? I watched it, and it took me some time to get through the movie. I was you know what, let me give this movie a shot. And I will say, the very end, the very end message, I did enjoy. In the play that Jonathan Majors does, he depicts these people that are posting on social media about this guy that died from gang violence, but they're not really tuned into the person. They say they love this person, and this person, they will want me to keep doing my music or whatever. They use a death to get likes and retweets and stuff like that, and get social media clout. And so I thought that message was really powerful, in that people need to be more in touch with the person and understand what's going on with people, not just posting on social media about this person that's died. I think that's everything that I watched. That was the only message that I got from it. That was that makes sense, because everything else for me just really did not click. Right? A lot of people, I've seen reviews, especially on the poster, talks about oh, this brought me to tears. This movie is a great message. I just don't get it. So if someone wants to explain to me in the comments what this movie was about, let me know, because I'm missing it. I don't get it. I'm missing it. I gave this movie a 6.2 out of 10. I'll put it on our medium roast list, because I was not a big fan of this movie. So that's my thoughts. Thanks for tuning in to the episode of Coffee and Comments.